I'm Angela Skirtu with St. Louis Marriage Therapy. You can find me at www.therapistsinstlouis.com. Today, we are talking about how to cut off ties with the other woman or the other man. So typically, after somebody is found cheating or committing an infidelity, the partner of that person wants them to completely cut off contact with the other woman or the other man or the other person, okay? And it's a reasonable request. One of the things, though, that people make a mistake with this is in that they do not do it together as a team. And so when couples decide that this is the course of action they're going to take, I always suggest that the couples sit down together and have a conversation first about what they want to say to the other woman or the other person, man. And I also suggest that they either write it down together, what they're going to say, or they say that they call the person up together as a team. Why we do this is that sometimes the person who was in the affair says, I'll just do this myself. I'll end it. I don't need you to talk to them. I'll finish this. But the problem with that is then there's no way for you to know for certain that they actually did it. They can say, oh, here's the phone call, or here's what I said, but it leaves you, the person who was cheated on, feeling like an outsider, like you have no control over the situation. So actually, it tends to be better if you as a team, if you're married or your partners, contact that other person. And the things that you can say include, hey, please don't contact us ever again. We're going to work on our marriage. We're going to work on our relationship. Please don't email, don't call. This relationship is over and broken, and we are going to focus on each other. And you can either write it in an email together and then block that person's info. You can text it together. Again, you should be there together in the same room watching it happen. In fact, in some cases, I'll suggest that the spouse who was cheated on be the person to send it and write it so that they feel in control of the situation. Or you can do a phone call together where the partner who did cheat is breaking up but is saying, hey, my wife or my partner is, or my husband, because it can be, it's not always a male or a female, and you can be not in the binary genders, so you can be any person, right? But my partner, basically say my partner is listening on the phone and they hear what's going on and we're breaking up. I'm sorry this had to happen and please don't contact us again. But then that second course of action is please do block their contact and do that in front of your spouse. And what it does is basically show the partner that you're committed to working on this. You don't want there to look like any ties are still there and left. And so it's actually one of the greatest ways to build trust is by doing that together. Then here's something you have to plan for. Going forward, that person may try to contact your spouse or partner again. And so when that happens, I always say when, not if, you also as a team need to have a plan for how to respond as a team. So the person who cheated has to remember not to respond at all when they get this contact again. It could happen in a month or 2 months, but it's pretty common to happen. And then when it occurs, instead of responding to that person, they need to right away tell their spouse or their partner, their current partner they're working on, that, oh, this person contacted me again. What do you want me to do? I haven't said or done anything. And then again, as a team, don't do anything until you guys are there together as a team, and then send that information out again. It's just a reminder, hey, we don't want any part of this. Please don't contact us again. My wife is with me if you make a phone call. But then pretty much no contact. Avoid it. Make sure that number is blocked if it wasn't before. But the reality is sometimes people can find new ways to connect. Often people aren't just connect via phone. They're connected via Facebook or Instagram, or sometimes they have these little apps that they picked up that are secret ways they can contact each other. So it is pretty common to get a contact again. But the best trust builder is to just end it again as a team. All right, thank you for listening in. This has been Angela Skirtu with St. Louis Marriage Therapy, and that's www.therapistsinstlouis.com. Thanks again.